His sister said to us one night, God, you're such a bad influence on us, keeping me up all night. And we just said, bad influence, that's it. So we've had the name ever since. About your kiss and your warm embrace, and the reflection in the glass. I met Richard, there used to be like a jam session down in a pub in Carshalton where loads of people, I met a lot of musicians there. Ellie Hope, that sang Dance Yourself Dizzy hit, Rob Davis from Mud, and I met Richard in there, and then we formed Bad Influence in 1986 and have carried on ever since with all different rhythm sections. Just kept going. It's Harry James on drums and Pete Stroud on bass. But when they're touring with bigger bands, we use Bob Skeet from Wishbone Ash and Chaz Cronk from the Strawbs on bass, Nigel Hardy. And then on drums we have Clive Jenner, who was with Groove Armada for 7 albums. He's with the Proclaimers now, but they're standing for Harry now. So we've got a really good pedigree of players who want to work and just want to play music live. We do try and sell songs and have done, but certainly haven't had major success. But yeah, we've been very free to do what we wanted. We used to play at the Marquee, the old Marquee and the new Marquee, and the guy that ran it just loved the band, and we sold it out 11 times back in the day, which was a massive thing. And so the Marquee was one of my favourites, and latterly we did a gig in Swansea in Wales and got offered a support to Status Quo, so we did a tour with them, which was amazing. 4,500 seater theatres, and the band loved us, and we killed it. We went down really well, so yeah. No, we've never been signed actually. But when electronic music came in the 80s was probably when we were the biggest that we ever were. But we were a live band, and when you used to be able to walk into a record company with your demos then, and we used to go to all the majors, and they were all aware of us, but they all wanted us to sound like somebody else, and I sort of feel like I was born in the wrong decade, because we were just the right age to make it, but the music, it wasn't about live. The 80s was about drum machines and electronics, so yeah. Well, we've released 7 albums, and we have just done it ourselves really, so all the money comes to us. The recording costs a lot, but we pay for it as a band. Now it doesn't matter, because we've made a success of playing music all our lives for a living, and brought up 2 kids who are normal and whatever. And in other words, I'm quite philosophical about it now, because you do go a bit crazy when you're a musician. So it's a great level of having kids, and I feel like we are successful because we've made it without the record companies, if you like. I think all the music we've been playing since she's been growing up has just all gone in. So now from her room I can hear her listening to stuff that I learned from when I first started playing, and it's all coming out now in her style, which is quite similar to mine really. It's bizarre, but she's sort of got a soulier voice. Did you say that's there? Yeah.
You got me down on the floor, so what you bring me down here for? You got me down on the floor, so what you bring me down here for? If I was a man, I'd make my move. If I was a beat, I'd say it smooth. If I was a judge, I'd break the law. And if I was from Paris,
considered The Voice when, because Jess goes to ACM, when, you know, I knew a few people who come to gigs who said, you know, we can fast track you, whatever that means, on The Voice, and you will kill it. But at the end of the day, I think they want younger people, so I'm not kidding myself. I know I can really sing, but at the end of the day, they want young artists that they can develop, that's it.